My wedding story. I married the love of my life at the tender age of 20 years 6 days. He was 33. They all gasped. They all thought it was a shotgun wedding. They all said it would never last. I got married in the mountains of BC, Canada. It had rained buckets for 3 weeks prior to the day of the wedding, which was hot and sunny. My parents didn't come. I was just shy of being disowned, but they had met him and resigned to it. My twin sister couldn't come because we had planned the date in just 2 weeks and she had used her vacation time. My younger sister and best friend arrived and were my people there for me. The wedding was quaint. A musical family sang in the tiny church for us, John Denver's for Bobby. Not any song like I dreamed of, but hey, it was beautiful. I planned the wedding, but really I knew nothing. I was 20, a baby. Neekboers helped with food, flowers, cake. The local Helmken Falls Lodge held the reception. The night before my wedding, a Neekboer hemmed my gown, not the one I really wanted, and it wasn't a blind hem. I cried for my mother, who could do a blind hem but wasn't there, and misplaced the anger on this woman for ruining my dress. But I was so in love, and the sun came out, and it did work, it did last. 6 children and 3 grandchildren and 34 years of love. He died of pancreatic cancer in our home when he was 65. His children and I all around him. Not many get to experience such a rare love story. This is us. Look at his handsomeness. We are in front of Helmken Falls in Wells Grey Provincial Park, BC. 1982.
This is the 1855 farmstead we bought 7 years ago in rural Indiana. We were looking for a small weekend getaway cottage, but our limited budget got us nothing but badly run-down places near the highway. Then this beauty showed up. It was deeded to Indiana Landmarks, who were looking for buyers committed to restoring her and agreeable to historical covenants. The price was right. And it was way much more of a property than we thought we would ever find. But we fell hard. We have spent the last 7 years restoring this place and making it habitable. We spent the first 2 years sleeping on an air mattress, removing layers and layers of rotting wallpaper, patching, painting, installing new electric and plumbing, and being glad for the rented port. We still have a way to go, but love this place of peace and respite from our daily lives. This spring, we start the prairie restoration of 7 acres with an EQIP grant we were awarded. House is in rural Williamsport, adding a few photos pre and during restoration as requested. Also, if anyone knows of a mason who can do brickwork with lime mortar, please let me know. If you love craftsman bungalows, Sears homes, or preserving history one floorboard at a time, please like, comment, and subscribe to Haven in Hand. Every like and share helps others believe they can find and save a home like this too.
Thought I would share our very modest terrace, former pit house, from around 1,881,890th. We've been here for nearly 10 years, and in this time, it's given us lots of damp problems, wonky walls and floors, faulty pipework and electricity. but also some lovely memories. It was pretty cheap to buy, and it stayed cheap to run, so very grateful for that during the last few years. Doesn't have as much character as I'd like, but we've injected our personality in it over the years. My interior style isn't for everyone, but I love color, mid-century furniture, and second-hand everything. If you enjoy real homes, bold color, and interiors made with meaning, please like, comment, and subscribe to Haven and Han for more stories of imperfect spaces, made beautiful through personality and care. Every like and share helps others feel seen in their own unique homes.
My mom was 78 when she lost her house to foreclosure. After Dad died, she couldn't keep up with the mortgage on his veteran's pension, and the bank didn't care about her 40 years of perfect payments. Watching them pack up her belongings was one of the hardest days of my life. She moved in with us, but I could see her spirit breaking. Mom had always been fiercely independent, and suddenly she was sleeping in our guest room, feeling like a burden. She'd sit by the window staring at our old carport and say, "I just want my own space again, even if it's tiny." That's when the idea hit me. Why not turn that unused carport into a little home for her? I drew up the plans myself on a napkin at AM, sketching out how we could enclose it and make it cozy. Everyone said I was crazy, that it was too small, but I knew Mom didn't need much. She needed dignity and independence more than square footage. The hardest part was doing it on a tight budget, but I found amazing crafters on the To-Do app who helped with custom touches. The yellow quiltusi was made by a woman who heard Mommy's story and insisted on creating it at cost. The rustic signs and decorative touches came from other small businesses there who understood what this project meant. When we surprised Mom with the keys to her new house, she cried for an hour. "It's perfect," she kept saying. "It's mine." Now she has her morning coffee on her little porch, tends a small garden, and invites the neighbors over for tea. She's herself again. Sometimes home isn't about size. It's about having a place that's yours. If you enjoyed this story, please like, comment, and subscribe to Haven and Hand for more real-life journeys of love, resilience, and homes built with heart. Every like and share helps others find hope and reminds someone that home isn't about square footage. It's about belonging.